If you have too many swing thoughts going on, and I'm sure you do, then this is the perfect video for you. I had a recent student, too many swing thoughts, so we simplified it. Stick around, watch this video. I know it's going to help. And I love that you got those molded grips. I love that. I love that. That's on a wood and an iron. You're further ahead of the game than what most people are. So that's good.
Good. And then I just sit here and go like this. Try to just put my hands on and then try to just keep taking it back. And then I'd get here and I'd say, well, I'd kind of bump, but then I really didn't know if my arm should be closer, if I should just let my hips pull and my arms just drop, if I should pull with my right arm or push with my left, and that. So that's the stuff I'm looking for you to teach me, so I know I can kind of put a swing together. Yep. But this is where I kind of didn't know what to do, whether my hands should drop here, because I was trying to get from the inside, because I was going over the top.
No doubt.
So I was trying to get to the inside. I didn't know if my hips are supposed to, and then I just let my arms come along for the ride, or if I'm going to pull with my shoulder, right, to try to get it here, and then I don't know how it releases, I guess. If my wrists are tight, if they're loosey-goosey.
Yeah, so inevitably, yes. Knowing what we saw with you last time, we would want to shallow the club more, or have the club feel like it's more behind us.
So am I just dropping it like this?
It's going to have some of that ingredient. Yes. Ultimately, like what you're showing me there, you are getting off the right side better. We need that. Because remember last time, as you were coming down, it was literally all arms. There was no shift forward. There was no momentum going this way. There was not as dramatic as it could have been by any means, as much of a motion and movement forward, a transition of weight shift. It's like throwing a baseball. The pitcher loads up over here. Everything now is going this way. This motion that way with the rotation of the body. You're kind of winding up as the pitcher and you're throwing the ball like this.
Right.
Is literally what's happening. Yeah. You can throw it, but there's no zip. There's no speed. There's no power.
No.
Yeah, like what I see right there. See, that looks nice, man. That looks nice. You're moving. You're moving. You're moving.
But when I do this, I can't hit the ball consistently. When you watch those people and they're just grooving it, and they do it at a high speed. When I do that, if I went out golfing, I would hit 1 out of 3 decent, right? The rest would be all crazy.
Because, and I know what you mean. It's because you feel out of control. And when we do it our way, if you will, we feel more controlled, but inevitably the body motion isn't as effective. You're not as powerful as you could be. Again, you're winding up as a pitcher like this and you're throwing it like that. You're getting the job done, so you're throwing the ball, but you're just going to dribble over the plate. Imagine Verlander, these guys, when he played with us he's still playing, but when he was with the Tigers, we'd see him all the time. But you hear him like this, and everything, like we were saying earlier, is going that way. Everything.
And when I was pitching, I could pitch and control the pitching really well. And that's the movement's just as crazy. Or as dynamic.
Yeah, absolutely. I get it. Oh, I know what you mean. I get it. Yeah. It's inevitably getting to the point where you trust it. The better body motion. Yeah. So there are a lot of different things we can do. So let's hit some. So as you're over the ball, over the shot, what, if anything, is your thought or thoughts at the moment there as you're over it?
Get on my balls and my feet, straighten out my shoulders, and then when I take it back, get my shoulder down so it comes up like across my arm.
Okay. Yep. Yep.
And then I just swing in.
Okay. Okay.
But I'm not sure how I'm supposed to swing in the downswing, I guess. You know, if I'm supposed to drop the club behind me, if I'm just supposed to lead.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's what I was hoping
Yep,
I'd get out of today.
For sure.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. See, I think I'm swinging too hard, too. No?
Well, who's to say, you know, because well, let me say it this way. In 30 plus years of teaching, I have rarely said to anybody, hey, man, slow down. Now, if there's a couple little trains of thought there, if somebody is making swings and it's real, you know, wild out of control, now that's, you know, hey, you know, want to strive for a little better balance, certainly. But my point, though, we do want speed. Now, to confuse speed with swinging like a maniac and fumbling all over myself and losing balance, that's a whole different ballgame. Conversely, though, slowing down, the ball just won't go as far. So I would never decelerate.
Okay.
We want the speed. So as this works back like this here, here, as you work it like this, little hinge of your wrist, beautiful. We need you can actually see in the mirror back there, the window.
Yep.
So watch your club head there. I know my arm's in the way a little bit, so I apologize, but watch the club head. See how it works a little there? Behind you? And it works down in that manner there, and you get it back on plane. You're up here, and watch the club head. It goes this way. See how you're not questioning the swing? This way. Now, we want to be able to do that without popping out of our spine angle. You know what I mean? We don't want to be doing that. So it's the club head that has that little semblance of a question mark. From there, you'd be attacking from the inside of the target line. And with some release, hands, wrists, forearms, the weight moving and shifting like you're doing, swinging inside out, if you will. Look at this beautiful extension post-impact. You're not all jammed up over here and swinging over and left over here like this. You're kind of in this go zone, as I call it, where the club head, in this case, is a little to the right of the white target line. A little overcooked, yes, but more of this ingredient as opposed to tight in here and this club head whipping over in the dead zone.
This is me.
Yeah, totally. Most people are there, unfortunately. So we would need you to question your swing a little more effectively than what you were doing, you know, earlier, for sure.
See if I can do the same thing.
Good, good, good.
And then I want
Absolutely, that more of that ingredient. That's a little overcooked right there, but that ingredient, for sure.
Is this good?
For sure. And look at this elbow over here. See it in the mirror? Look at that.
Oh, yeah.
Notice how, when you're coming down, this right forearm is under the left forearm. Totally different. When you come down normally, and it goes this way, look at that right forearm is higher than the left. The shaft, arms, club, everything pitched forward this way, out towards the bucket of balls. Shaft is real steep. There was no questioning of the swing.
Understood.
Yep.
Hey, Bob, let me just ask you one quick question. So now I'm here, right? And you showed me how to. And what am I doing from here?
So from right.
Am I pulling it this way, or am I just bringing it out in front of me?
Yep. So the heel's coming a little off. There you go. There you go. This is all good here. So this club head now is a little bit behind your hands at this moment. Very good. Certainly more effective than when that club head's out here in front of the hands. We're losing a lot of power there.
Okay.
So when this is coming down a little more here, it's inevitably back on plane. and your club head is approaching from the inside of the target line. Let's put you right over here on this tape. Go ahead and step on that side of the, yep, so we'll put your club head right on the white tape. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. So, as you swing, actually we'll move you just a little bit more, so hopefully I can catch you in the camera there. Yeah. So, from right there, your club's working back like this. Very good. Little hinge of your wrist there, good. But you want to keep that club, in this case, behind you in this zone, as you see it in the mirror there, or the window.
Yep.
As you kind of question the swing. See that with the club head? Very different. From here, you're shifting the weight, yeah. But from here, that club head is approaching from the inside of the target line. Inside, out. A little bit of that. Feel that good extension, the release. You know, you close the face to the path to hit a nice draw. You feel a little bit of, I'm gonna almost like I'm taking you water skiing. You feel a little bit, I'm overcooking that there, but more of that post-impact extension. Because you were telling me earlier, you're like, man, I'm so jammed up over here. I'm tight. The club's yeah. All this was because of this on the way down. And then you went outside in.
And jam myself
jammed
in.
up.
Right.
Jammed up.
Here, and then I go up, and then I question.
Sure. Look at that elbow. That's great. There you go.
Now this is the part that I want to come inside too deep, and I should be coming like this.
So, that ingredient, yes. Now, can it come too much from the inside? Sure, it could. It could. If we started coming in, you know, way back. I mean, see this? This is very extreme, very behind the plane. Too much. Let's worry about that if we see that happen.
Okay.
If we see that happen. Okay. Good. That's it. Yeah, with that nice post-impact extension. It's beautiful. If I explained it to you this way, I'm going to grab this Maui gym mat here, okay? Shower towel, beach towel, whatever, just to give you a little idea. So if I put this, another way to think about it, and I'll set it like this. So it's kind of an extension of this is the target line right here.
Yep.
Okay. The white tape, it's kind of an extension of it. So if I grab my club, as I make a swing, you could do this at home. Just stand on a big beach towel.
I will.
You inevitably would want, is that down the target line? Yeah, it's pretty good. You would inevitably want your club, I know it's a little slippery here on the mat, but you find a spot at home where you're not going to be sliding around, of course. You inevitably want this club and club head to be in this towel, this carpet, this floor mat, whatever you want to call it, all the while. So like this here, here. Question my swing with the club head. I'm in this good zone, the towel, the carpet. I'm attacking from the inside of the target line. Now, post-impact, for now, we want to go a little outside of that with the club head. Post-impact, hence the inside-out aspect. You're coming down this way. This club is it's out of this zone, this block, this whatever you want to call that.
The towel, yeah.
Yeah. And then you're outside in. You're not shifting through. It's essentially all arms and jammed up over here.
And jammed up over there. That's me.
Bottom line, moral of the story, feeling like the shaft, the club head, is just more, certainly on the downswing, more behind me than in front of me. To dumb it down, making it simple, you know.
Will that, what you just did and when you showed me, will that be on the VI?
Oh, the V1?
V1?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, I send every...
If I can watch what you're teaching me and I watch you exactly what you do, I try to just imitate it. I just try, and I can imitate okay. Right? And then I'll have flaws, but that's why I'm coming back and to make sure that anything that I ain't doing, you clean up and all that. But if I can get the good stuff, the basics, the foundation, I think you can get me where I'm consistent, hopefully.
For sure. And yeah, so the V1, I do the video lessons, every student, every lesson, every time. So they have that. And
yeah, I watched what you told me.
Oh, sure, good.
Multiple times.
So you are inevitably on that floor mat all the while. Absolutely. And that's it. Post-impact, you swung a little out to the right with a little more release, a little more closing of the face on the way down and through. Yep. Swinging out and a little more closure of the face post-impact over here.
Am I rolling my wrist to do that closure? Or?
Yeah, there's going to be some of that. The forearms, the hands, the wrists. Yeah, a little bit of, there's going to be a little bit of that. Absolutely, yes. There's going to be a little bit of that in there. No doubt. In conjunction with the better body motion. Yes, I can pull up example after example after example. Tour players, especially when they're trying to hit it straight or draw it, certainly, where that right hand is turning over the left. No doubt about it.
Is that after impact then?
It's starting about halfway down, and this is all happening lightning fast.
Yeah.
The shaft is more or less parallel to the ground. It's starting to release. It's starting to close, if you will. You feel a little bit of that in the hands, wrists, and forearms. So ultimately, the face can be square at impact. And then post-impact, you can see it's the continuation of the closing process. So it's more or less from hip high to hip high is the closing process of squaring the face. You follow me with that?
Yeah.
In other words, it doesn't happen at the last ditch moment, last ditch effort, last second, right there, in real flashy with the hand, trying to save it at the last second. That's too late. That's going to cause all kinds of contact issues. I've said it this way to people forever. Drag racing, let's say on ESPN, 250 whatever miles an hour, flames coming out of powerful engines and cars. If the one guy loses to the other guy by a half a second, he might as well have lost by a minute and a half. He lost. It was too late.
Yep.
We could come through as far as release, but from impact through, we could play foosball with ourselves and try to close. It's too late. The ball's already gone. So we need to have the face from about that hip high position. And granted, this is all happening lightning fast. But when it's coming down, about halfway down, we need to start feeling like the knuckles, the glove there, the left hand, the knuckles, the logo of the glove feels like it's working down to the ground feeling, with hopefully the face square at impact. Yeah. The release shouldn't be some sort of flashy, violent, if you will, snap. That's one way of doing it, let's say. But good luck trying to time that.
Yeah.
We're going to be all over the place,